across the morning sky. All the birds are leaving. Ah, how can they know it's time for them to go? Before the winter fire, we'll still be dreaming. I do not count the time. Who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes?
Science fiction, double feature, Dr. X will build a creature.
The movie is an outrageously funny comedy. It's a modern-day rock and roll version of Frankenstein with homosexuality overtones. And if you're aware of your own sexuality, then you can handle the movie, because I know 14-year-old children that handle the movie real well.
Jesus wants you to come to Him and accept Him for what He's done. I'm telling you, Jesus will make you happy. The kingdom of God is not a meat drink. It's righteousness and peace and joy. People are spending billions of dollars every day around the earth trying to find happiness and peace, but they can't find it in anything but Jesus.
The darkness of the blackest night, burning bright.
Why we enjoy the picture, we get a lot of audience participation. We have about $30,000 wrapped up in special effects, and we enjoy the people, seeing them enjoy themselves.
That's not true of this role. We could take in an old Steve Reeves movie. Just a jump to the left. Another step to the right. With your hands on your hips. Bring your knees inside. That is the velvet touch. The big doctor and say, let's do the time on again. Let's do the time on again.
Gone with the Wind, Star Wars, Apocalypse Now. Just cinematic flashes in the pan. This is the longest-running movie in the world. Every Saturday night, in hundreds of theaters across the country, people like these fans fill the seats and aisles of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. They'll probably still be here in the year 2000.
The only thing that a man don't want to leave at home is a pair of pliers and a small crescent wrench if you're going to work on your knees. That's the way these old engines are. If you bust something, well, you just don't go down to the parts house, you start rebuilding it.
Steam engine takes lots of care, a lot of attention. You almost have to watch them all the time. Keep plenty of water in the boilers, keep them lubricated good, keep the fire up. Takes about 2 engineers to keep the steam engine running properly. Some more kindling into that.
When Ken Kelly and his friends make their annual move to the Pawnee Fairgrounds, going is slow. It takes almost a century. That's all right. Nobody's really in a hurry. After all, this is just a group of good old boys. In search of the good old days. They found it. $1,000 miles from the Garden, $1 million from Caesar's Palace. Boxing, Oklahoma City.
Go get him, Bam! Go, Bam! Come on, Bam!
For the pros, it's a business. For 2 Oklahoma City men, amateur boxing is something more.
We'd rather see the kids, if they're going to fight in the place, we'd rather see them fight here in the ring, you know, rather than be fighting out on the streets, you know, because this is a home for all amateur boxers, you know. So they don't got no money, you know, they still welcome to come over here and work out, you know. That's what we're doing this program to help young kids, you know.
It keeps the kids off the street. Alex and I, that's our main objective, is to, we don't do this for a living, we're roofers. We have a roofing company. And this is a hobby. It's a sideline with us. You take kids off the street, you give them an opportunity to take care of their body, and maybe even learn a skill that could make them a world champion, an Olympic champion.
The people here feel they are well on their way to having a champion of their own. This tournament is named after Sam Brooks, 16 years old. He's fought 80 fights and lost only 4. He's the current junior Olympic champion. Sam and his friends are looking at and planning for the 1984 Olympics, a gold medal, and a professional career. Winning that pot would be a long shot for anyone. But Sam Brooks is 147 pounds of willpower. He has a good right hand and a trainer that was once a champion himself. Next month, Barton's Journal will spend a day with Sam, his coach, and take a look at what it takes to be a champion. Song and ceremony, a large part of the Catholic Church. This church in Okarche, Oklahoma was a large part of Stanley Rother's life. Rother grew up here in Okarche, a Catholic farm boy who decided to be a priest.
Let us proclaim the mystery of faith.
In a normal Christmas event, you might have found his life celebrated violence, strange country 2,000 miles away. Village of Santiago Atitlan. He was the
The only thing that a man don't want to leave at home is a pair of pliers and a small crescent wrench if you're going to work on these. That's the way these old engines are. If you bust something, well, you just don't go down to the parts house, you start rebuilding it.
Steam engine takes lots of care, a lot of attention. You almost have to watch them all the time. Keep plenty of water in the boilers, keep them lubricated good, keep the fire up. Takes about 2 engineers to keep the steam engine running properly. Some more kindling into that.
When Ken Kelly and his friends make their annual move to the Pawnee Fairgrounds, going is slow. It takes almost a century. But that's all right. Nobody's really in a hurry. After all, this is just a group of good old boys. Searching for good old days. They found it. $1,000 miles from the Garden, $1 million from Caesar's Palace. Boxing, Oklahoma City.
Go get him, Bam! Go, Bam! Come on, Bam!
pros, it's a business. For two Oklahoma City men, amateur boxing is something more.
We'd rather see the kids, if they're going to fight in the place, we'd rather see them fight here in the ring, you know, rather than be fighting out on the streets, you know, because this is a home for all amateur boxers, you know. If they don't got no money, you know, they still welcome to come over here and work out, you know. That's what we're doing this program to help young kids, you know.
It keeps the kids off the street. Alex and I, that's our main objective, is to, we don't do this for a living, we're roofers. We have a roofing company. And this is a hobby. It's a sideline with us. You take kids off the street, you give them an opportunity to take care of their body, and maybe even learn a skill that could make them a world champion, an Olympic champion.
The people here feel they are well on their way to having a champion of their own. This tournament is named after Sam Brooks, 16 years old. He's fought 80 fights and lost only 4. He's the current junior Olympic champion. Sam and his friends are looking at and planning for the 1984 Olympics, a gold medal, and a professional career. Winning that pot would be a long shot for anyone. But Sam Brooks is 147 pounds of willpower. He has a good right hand and a trainer that was once a champion himself. Next month, Barton's Journal will spend a day with Sam, his coach, and take a look at what it takes to be a champion. Song and ceremony, a large part of the Catholic Church. This church in Okarche, Oklahoma was a large part of Stanley Rother's life. Rother grew up here in Okarche, a Catholic farm boy who decided to be a priest.
Let us proclaim the mystery of faith.
In a normal Christmas event, he might have lived out his life serving violence, strange country 2,000 miles away. Village of Santiago Atitlan. He was the village priest there. His murderers have never been found. The evidence indicates that the killer was rightly dead, probably. Rother became a casualty of of freedom through peace. In Okarche, Oklahoma, Father Stanley Rother is those things, but he is also a hometown boy who won't be coming home. This Mass was for him.
Who playing it, man?
Could be yours, Principal.
I know.
I reckon that's
Well, come on with it.
He hate my feelings, Doug.
You come low and inside.
I can come low and inside, a high and outside one.
Yeah, you got me hit that.
Yeah, they got me where I wanted. They hung me out to dry. What's that? Oh, I'm gonna let you have that.
Oh, Sam, don't be studying. You know what you're gonna do. I know what
You know you're gonna take the 15. Come on, man.
The soft edge of summer lives under a tree on Northeastern Street. The game is dominoes.
No, I'm gonna
The
take
players
it.
are experts.
No, I'm gonna take it.
Prize,
I'm gonna take it.
good times,
I'm gonna take it.
laughter too,
I'm gonna take it.
pleasant company,
I'm gonna take it anyhow.
and sometimes,
Takes one to know one, don't it?
sometimes,
Well, you play in the game, I can't beat you.
the sweet taste of victory.
What is that? I ain't got to hit you, but I can't hit you. Where you gonna put it at? I don't need but 5. Wherever you put that joker at, I'm going out. Rest house. Goodbye.
No one knows exactly when it started, how long it's been going on. There's no name to the group. They're just the men who meet under the tree, on lunch hours and coffee breaks, waiting for work shifts, or slowly dealing out the days of retirement. Some people talk about the good old days.
Yeah, I got it over him. But he wants too much money plus the tax.
Some people live
And
them.
he'll never go. Oh, Lord. Look at here. How sweet it is.
Maybe you want that.
Oh, Lord. You got time to go to the bathroom. I got time to go further than that.
This little lot of mine.
Different doesn't mean one and one.
I can't control my smile when I look into your eyes.
Some of the songs I've written have made people laugh, and some of the songs I've done have made people cry. And there's been a few times that I've heard women sigh, and for me, that's what makes life special.
This is Jack Davis, a songwriter, singer, performer. You haven't heard of him? Well, that's the point of this story. There is a myth in this world we live in that if you are young, talented, and handsome, success is yours. For the asking. Jack Davis is all of the above. And still, he struggles toward a dream.
For me to make it as a songwriter or as a performer, I think probably the biggest factor is luck. Being at the right time and the right place. But if you truly want it, you gotta keep trying. Even if you get turned down bunches of times. I've already been turned down several times by music publishers. But I feel in my heart that some of my stuff is good enough. And I feel that I'm good enough.
At 30, Davis's career as an entertainer is moving at a slow but steady pace. He has one advantage. He has a foot in the door in television.
Preview from 10. Well, he said it didn't work.
Davis is a videotape engineer here at Channel 4. That's a good job, and he's good at it. The irony is perhaps that this is a job that hundreds of people wish they could do, and Davis enjoys it. But from the time he entered a talent contest back in high school days, he's been looking for other pastures. He's come close. He was a close number 2 pick for the PM Magazine host job on this station. And back when he was in the service, he was named the second best vocalist in the entire Air Force. If he was bitter, he might talk about horseshoes. But close does count sometimes in this business. On off hours, he's putting together audition tapes to sell his talents to whoever's buying. And he's watching and listening to find the best path over the last few mountains fate's put in his way.
I can't control my smile when I look into your eyes. I can't control my heart.
One of my real goals in life is to have some of my music published, some of my writings. I have specific people in mind that I would like to have my music done by. But if it never happens, that'd be okay for me.
It may be all right with Jack Davis if things don't work out his way. And if they don't, the rest of us will lose.
I place no one above. What I give to is everything I am. What I
"10 years ago, this land was barren, but some dreams were being planted. It was called Project Hope, a state project. Poor people would grow grapes, make a living off the land, buy the land, and get off welfare. It failed, and some thought that neither dreams or grapes would grow in southeastern Oklahoma soil. They were wrong.
We'll go start in this front vineyard and get those first few rows where the grass is up. That's going to kill the weeds. Oh, it's you get tired of the city life, and you want to give it a try. It's always I've always raised gardens and all kinds of vegetables. I fool around with grapes before, just you know, plants in the garden. But I think everybody ought to give it a try, see if he likes it or not. It's a good life, and I think it'll pay off eventually.
Dwayne Poole and his family weren't part of the original project. They had heard about the half-planted vineyards while they lived in California. They supplied their own hope and saved it and bought the land. That was 4 years ago.
Just why don't you get a glass and test it for color? Smooth the strainer and catch just a little bit of it.
The wine isn't for sale, of course, but it's one way of testing and tasting the quality of the fruit of their labor.
So
That's good.
it's getting there.
Nope, the wine isn't
Okay,
quite
put it
there
back down
yet.
in because I'm losing
And
it.
neither is the family dream. A winery in Texas buys a lot of their grapes, but they'd like to sell a lot more. Eventually, they'd like to start their own winery and market not just the fruit, but the joy of the vine.
Taste one, see how the sugar is, see if it's up in them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just right. But not too bad.
The original Project Hope was designed to reverse the flight of the
Sure
Okies
is.
during the Depression. That part of
This
it
one's been
worked in a
twisted,
way.
twisted a little bit.
Dwayne Poole's father left a dusty and poor Oklahoma in 1939. Dwayne has come back to the sandy soil
Right
of
here,
Atoka
here's some
County
nice ones right here.
and to a green leaf dream. 1982 may be a very good year.
They don't look as red, but they're sweet.
Are they sweet?
Are they?
Oh, yeah. Pink, that's why we call them pink catawba.
You want full screen or full screen? Full screen. Full screen. All right, because it's up full screen. I don't really have it. House and Senate update. Hello, everybody. I'm Jerry Adams. Thank you for inviting us in.
George, there are a lot of white hats and smiling faces.
Okay, Cartwright live. Linda, you'll get the latest vote on
Thank you, Scott. I'm here at the Hilton Inn Northwest, where later this evening, Jan Eric Cartwright and his supporters will gather to watch the election returns come in. This has been a tough campaign for Cartwright. First of all, there's the strong challenge by Mike.
So a final look at all the day's election results coming up. Stay with us, kind of. Is that all you need?
All right.
Okay, ready?
Ready. Yeah, we're ready. Do it. I got a couple more to dump.
You read the next one when you...
Yeah, as soon as I can.
The road to the automobile graveyard is paved with bad driving.
Just 1 second, please. Alfalfa County.
216.
Okay, how many precincts, please?
350.
Okay.
They'll be on the AM show tomorrow morning, so join them for any more election returns you might have missed. Have a good evening. Good night, everybody.